Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Stella and Krebs. Wow, I already butchered that.
Good job.
Podcast. Wow, we're already 3 episodes in and we're already screwing up. I'm Krevz,
I'm Stella.
and we hope that you guys enjoy. Make sure to hydrate, grab a snack, and hopefully you guys enjoy yourselves. Um, we're still scuffed, even 3 episodes in, but we hope that you guys enjoy. Um, so yeah,
Uh,
first. Hmm?
quick disclaimer: I internet bad right now,
Oh yeah,
so
Stella's been lagging like a lot recently, so some parts of like stories might get cut out, but we'll probably just ask her to repeat them. But so we do have a few topics that we're going to be going over, but we thought, you know what, for right now, how about we go over some things that have happened in like the last week, like anything like interesting. I guess we can start off with you. Anything interesting happened to you during the week?
uh, not really. Nothing really interesting happened.
Nothing at all.
Besides I saw a few cats in the Walmart parking lot.
Oh.
That's pretty much it.
I'm just more like laughing if that's like a common thing. I don't know if it is or not. Oh.
You're gonna have to repeat.
I said, I hope that's like not like a common thing or whatever.
Oh, to see cats in the Walmart parking lot?
Mm,
Oh, it's very common. There's even a Walmart cat. We call it the Walmart cat. It's a black and white cat.
nice, nice,
Roams the halls of Walmart.
nice, nice. All right. Well, I mean, I got some interesting stuff to talk about, and it's also VR related. So, uh, long story short, Um, there was a event yesterday, aka Saturday, because we're recording this on Sunday. Which, by the way, also a friendly reminder for everyone. On Mondays, these episodes are uploaded onto Spotify and slash Anchor. If you guys would like to watch them, they are uploaded around like 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern on Mondays on Spotify. And on YouTube, they are uploaded every single Wednesday at 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, just a fair warning. But anyways, so last Saturday, there was a event. It was a nightclub event with a group called, if I can actually figure out their name right now, TubeVR. Um, and like I said, they are a nightclub event. They have DJs, they have dancers and stuff. You know, it's not my kind of cup of tea. I've never been like the dancer, clubbing type. Never have, probably never will. Um, but the reason why I tried to go to this event, I'll talk about that later, is they were working with a organization called Rise Above the Disorders, which is pretty much an organization that helps you find therapists with no extra costs. They run off donations and such. And like I'm a very big advocate about that because a lot of people don't know where to look, they don't know where to go, and also it could be very time consuming and can take a lot of stress to you know go through that. And so I long story short, I tried to get into the event. There's multiple ways of viewing it. Is either you get to the main stage or you can join a different instance and the place will be, live streamed, or you could just watch it on Twitch. My VRChat kept on crashing over and over again, so I said, "Fuck it." I decided to just watch the live stream, and of course, there was also YouTubers there, VR YouTubers that I personally enjoy, called well, let's see, Twice was there, Thrill Seeker. I don't know if Thrill Seeker was actually there or not. He was supposed to be there. It's just like I was sort of on and off watching the live stream. So yeah,
Mhm.
mostly because I wanted to be there, but it's just like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a few cool like YouTubers and such. It seemed like a very awesome event. But anyways, so yeah, so of course, I just wanted to personally say, shout out to VR for putting on such a wonderful event. Just based on the live streams, it was really, really great. You guys were, doing something that's amazing, and also Rise Above the Disorders. I really enjoyed the organization, through and through, because we're both a big advocate for mental health and everything else, and I am, personally grateful that you guys did, such a wonderful event. So yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to those two groups, and yeah, sad that I couldn't get in, but it was still fun to watch on and off. So thank you very much for that. But yeah, other than that, nothing really interesting went on throughout the week. Just been vibing, I guess.
Mhm. Yep.
But let's actually go ahead and get to our topics. What is one topic you want to cover first?
Okay.
Wait, say that again.
I said for today.
Well, yeah. Like, what topic would you like to cover first? Because we have a few.
Oh, I don't know. You pick. It doesn't matter to me.
All right, that's fine. So, our first topic that we are going to be covering, what would you tell your younger self?
Oh, I can.
I want you to go first on this one.
uh, yeah. It. I would tell my younger self a lot. Uh, that you would mainly. Main thing is I was gonna say is that you're gonna, cause even when I was younger, like I don't remember when, like I think I told you this, like around early middle school,
Mm,
I was thinking about going through with what I am now,
right.
and I would tell my younger self like you are not going to. I don't know how to say it. You are going to change a lot
Mm,
in a few years, and I mean a lot. um, and you're gonna meet a lot of cool people.
mm.
D- do I have to repeat?
The thing is, when your voice lags out, it still says what you said last. It just cuts
Oh,
out, and so like it's not that bad. So, anyways, just continue.
okay, okay. Um, like you're gonna meet some people. You're gonna not agree with a whole bunch of things, and you're gonna go through. Uh, you're gonna finally go through with your decision. Um, and don't. I would tell myself also don't don't halt your what's it called? What's the right word I'm talking about? Don't halt help.
I don't
Like
know.
like don't halt what you want to do.
Okay.
That. Don't halt what you want to do. Go through with it even if people don't like it. You're going to find out who you are. You're going to find out who you are fully and what you want to do and what you want to become in not that long of time. Uh But the important thing is, again, to now tell myself, my younger self, is that um, don't halt, don't halt your decisions
Mm.
about yourself. That's like the big thing.
I
Like
mean, it's
even if no,
understandable.
yeah, but even if a lot of people don't agree with it, don't halt with it.
Mm.
It's your life. Go through with it. If people don't like it, boo hoo.
I mean, that's a famous thing that we say all the time. Is just, you know what, boohoo.
Yep,
I mean,
boo hoo.
I mean, it's so true.
Yeah, yeah.
but sadly, a lot of people can't do that though. Like,
Mhm.
like everyone has to like worry about what other people think. The problem is it's because no one wants to be like the outcast, right? I mean, if you kind of like think of it like back then how things were, like, if you had like a certain interest like anime back then, you were the outcast and that's why
Mhm.
you kept that shit to yourself. But now like in the
Yeah.
common days, everyone watches anime except me.
Yep.
But
Yeah. I don't either.
but yeah. Is that it or
Uh, yeah, I'd say so.
all right. All right. Let's see. So for me, what would I tell myself? Because like the thing is like yours, there's like more in depth with it.
Mhm.
Um, for me, hmm, actually, just a couple things. Like some of them might sound depressing, but honestly, it's like so true.
Oh
Um,
boy.
so I think for like the first one is I know it might sound horrible, but of course, like when you're a kid, like you're gullible as fuck. Like it's so true.
Mhm.
Um, So, like, well, a lot of people actually don't know about this, but I guess I could probably talk about it. So, my mom passed away when I was 14, and I personally got to witness, the beginning, middle, and end of her life, when I was born, and one thing that kind of like still doesn't like help my brain is because like, oh, when you're a kid, well, when I was a kid, like I trusted a lot of people, especially family, because like, well, that's what I was always like taught, like always trust family. Um,
Mhm.
but after my mom passed away, you sort of get to see like the true side of everyone, and it was already like uh a rocky road. Um like even like years down the line, it was a very rocky road. Of course, I'm not gonna like talk about it, but it's just like it was bad, especially because like as a 14-year-old, I had to step up and pretty much become an adult, and I never really got to enjoy my teenage years as much as someone should have, because I had to like step up because no one else would.
Mhm.
Um, so what the pretty much what the point is don't just because people say to trust someone, don't. And like that's why even now, like 10 years later, I still have trust issues. There's not anyone in the world that I fully trust. I did at one point, but I'm not going to talk about that just in case if they do watch this podcast, because I'd rather not throw them under the bus, you know. But yeah, that's just one thing. Another thing, um, don't force yourself to make others happy, because that was a big thing for me.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Well, especially because like I said before in a previous episode, I was the outcast growing up, and even now I'm still sort of like the outcast to like everyone. But one thing I used to do is because like, I got into like smoking around like 14 or 15. Um, you know, I would force people to make me their friend, not in the way of like annoying, but like I would give them stuff. So like I would give them like cigarettes, or I'll give them money, or that kind of
Bribery.
stuff. Wait, what?
Bribery.
Pretty much, yeah. Like they would ask for it, and I would give it to them, sort of thing. And of course, they didn't want me like around. And of course, like you kind of get into the whole denying thing, like, oh no, these guys are like my actual friends. No, they fucking weren't. Not even in the closest. They just want like free cigarettes and all that stuff. And if I could, I would kick myself in the teeth and pretty much say like, yeah, these people aren't your friends. And it's kind of bad that it took me about like 5 years or so to realize they weren't actually like my friends, I guess you can say. Um, what else is there? Um, do what I want to do, and don't worry about what other people say, because um I went through like enough experiences with like I said, when I was 14, I had to pretty much like become an adult, and I did a lot of decisions to make myself happy, just to get away from the stress and the problematic crap that was going on in my life, especially after my mom passed. And it made me happy, and like it didn't harm anyone, it didn't harm me, except it was always in the back of my mind, like, I would be, like, extremely happy, right? But there would always be that voice in the back of your head with people saying, like, "No, don't do this," and, of course, that kinda goes into, make everyone else happy before you make yourself happy, and a lot of these cases, I quit a lot of things that I personally loved, for them, and I kind of wish I can like go back to it, but I'm definitely way too old to do some of these things, like compete in badminton, compete in hockey, and a bunch of different things. Um, so I wish in a way I could like sort of like, because I always sort of have that thought like, yo, if I kept up like training and actually like kept up with hockey and badminton, and stayed on like the right path, where my life would actually be. But of course, it's like a butterfly effect. You don't really know, because like, you might hope for like one change, but your entire life can change, because that's the butterfly effect. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, those are just like a select few things that I wish I would told my younger self. I know it sounds fucking depressing, but honestly,
Yeah, very, very.
but it's so true. Because like, well, like I said before, like I did have someone who I fully trusted, but then it just got I got kicked in the face for that, and
Mhm.
ever since then, like that's why I like being like a hermit, and I just I don't there's no one in my life that I like fully trust. Like even my best friend of what 22 years, I don't 100% trust. Maybe like 90% I
What about
trust.
me?
You're like 80, 90,
What?
like 80, 90%.
Okay, that's better.
But it's just like
Like,
I think it's just like the fear of that happening again. You know,
yeah, yeah, that's understandable.
yeah. So I mean that could be something I can work on. Because like I said, this has happened like how old was I? It happened to me close to 6 years now, because, well, my birthday is coming up, so yeah, it's gonna be roughly about 6 years since that whole ordeal happened. But, um, yeah, I mean, that's just my case. Like I said, I know it sounds, like, depressing, but hopefully we could sort of, like, inspire, like, maybe, like, some people who are, like, young and who've been in our kinda situation. Maybe it could be like motivation, for you. But, of course, you live your life how you want to live your life.
Yeah.
But, let's see here. This one's gonna probably be, like, a quick one. Best VR headset.
Oh
I hate that you
my
lagged
god.
and fucking burped.
Okay. There's a few things that I could say about this one. Okay. In terms of okay, I'm gonna talk about everything about it, like microphone, resolution, and durability is a good one.
Well, also, like, there's so many different kind of factors to factor in the best, right? Like, price range, like, what fits,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
your own your own thought process. But
yeah.
but but continue.
It's opinion based. It's
Yeah.
opinion based. So the in VR headsets, the durability, hands down the best durability built headset is Vive, hands down. Vive is indestructible.
Yeah, I
Vive
agree.
is indestructible. That one's the durability. The microphone is eh. Sounds like a garbage Xbox microphone.
Honestly, how I like to sum it up, it's like not Xbox 360, style. Like, and also it's not like Call of Duty 4 voice chat. Like we're talking like Black Ops 2 voice chat. It was good, but not amazing.
Yeah. Um. Now okay okay in price range, the best headset in affordable is the Quest 2. That is like near fact
Yeah.
because it's pretty durable. It's it's a portable VR that you can play.
Mhm.
Um,
And also you can link it
and
too.
yeah, you can link it and play normal VR,
Yep.
PC VR. Uh, the microphone is close to this one,
Mm,
pretty close. The resolution is also good for it. Um, if you're looking for expensive VR, like good expensive VR, I would say the Index, which
mm,
is the known one. There's some other unknown ones. Excuse me. That that Thrill Seeker has covered,
mm.
like some unknown ones that people have bought or that he bought. But if you're looking for a good headset and you're not don't mind how much money you spend on it, Index is the way
Mm,
because the full kit is a lot. It's $1,000. I uh I paid for it.
yes, you did.
But in terms of like the resolution is good. It's super clear. The microphone is super clear. Um, so if you're looking for affordable but still really good, Quest 2. If you're looking for if you're looking for a headset that you don't mind spending money on, like a lot of money on, Index.
Well, in your, I guess, like in your current situation, what would you say is like your personal like favorite best headset? Like considering your like, I guess like your situation, I suppose.
You're gonna have to repeat.
Oh, okay.
Is my what?
I said, in your opinion, what do you think is like the best headset considering like your situation? Like, because of course it's all opinion, opinion wise, like portable
Yeah,
or linked and quality
yeah.
over, So, in your personal opinion, what do you think is the best headset?
All right, well, I own both Index and Quest 2, so I'm speaking from both parties here. Um, Uh, in my opinion, between the Quest 2 and the Index, I would say the Index is, in my opinion, one of the best headsets because it's very, very clear. Like, there's no screen door effect, which I don't really know how to explain that, but you see, like, the lines that you see, because I know you have Vive.
Yeah.
You see, like,
So the best way to explain it, if you have a screen door
little
or
lines.
like a window or whatever, the best way to explain it, put your face up to like a screen window or a screen door. Pretty much that's what you sometimes see in VR. 'Cause, it's not really much the resolution issue, it's just a per pixel quality issue. Like, I see it,
Yeah.
like anything that has, like, edges or anything like that, I see, like, the pixels, like, fluctuate. Like, on this microphone, for example, because there's, like, a bunch of, like, little dots on it, they're, like it's, like, static. So, same thing.
Hmm. Yeah. But in terms of, uh, for since I've both used them, pretty consistently. The Index is my favorite, and in my opinion, the best
Mm.
because it's clear. The microphone's good. The audio is also really good. Um, and I wouldn't say it's extremely durable, but it's durable enough where you can move around a lot. You can lay down. You can do a lot of things with it.
Right. And well, here, wait, because I never actually owned like an index. Like, how is the weight between like Vive, Quest 2, and Index?
The index is actually pretty light.
Okay.
The Vive, I'd say, is one of the heaviest headsets because
Oh
it's
yeah.
massive.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Oh my god, your audio peaked for me for a second and it scared me.
Nice. It's probably because I went to my desktop.
Um, but yeah, Vive is center block. That one's heavy. The
Mm,
Quest 2, I would say, is the lightest headset, including controllers.
mm,
The controllers are super light, and I love them.
mm,
The index controllers are also pretty light. Um, and the headset is also not as light as the Quest, but it's still relatively light.
mm.
So,
I think for my case, like I agree with pretty much everything that you said, but a big thing, and I got to give tons of props for this, is the support from each company. In my opinion, for
mhm.
the support, Index hands down best support.
Oh yeah,
Like
I got
I don't care what anyone says. Like
yeah.
I personally don't own an Index, but like I would hear like my friends like either their cable broke or their controller is
Mhm.
broke or something along those lines. Maybe in just like a couple days or whatever. All right, here you go. No questions
Yeah,
asked.
yeah. Um, uh, I put in a Steam support ticket when I first got this headset because I thought it was broken.
Mm,
Um, in the next 4 hours, I got a reply,
yeah.
and it was pretty pretty nice.
Mm. It's just like when it like especially just like the support team, it's just like amazing. And the problem is with Vive, like now, um, like they're really trying to push for only being business now. They're not. They say that they're not going to be consumer based anymore. I don't know if that's still
What?
the case or not. Yeah, they've been saying it for like a year and a half. They're thinking about being non consumer based and being more business based.
Why?
Mm.
Do they not see how much income they're making from consumers like us buying them?
I mean that's fair
Like, do
enough.
they not see
But I think they're probably gonna change their mind considering how much VR has skyrocketed since COVID. I think they might change their mind if that's the
yeah?
case.
I mean, Walmart has VR headsets that I saw walking in the back room.
Mm,
They
right.
have VR training.
Mm. But it's just um, like you brought up a lot of like good points, and I do agree with them 100%. The support
Mhm.
definitely Index is best. I heard stuff with Vive, and Vive just they just dick you. That's the best way to explain it. I don't know anything about Oculus. I never asked anything about like Oculus support or anything like that. But from the stories I've heard, Valve is definitely the best. Um, for like controllers wise, pretty much controllers are all like opinionated, which is so true. I like to sum up
Mhm.
that the Index controller and the Oculus Quest controller are pretty much the same thing, except you guys got finger tracking. That's pretty much
Yeah.
the best way to sum it up.
Yeah.
Um, the one thing that also kind of sucks though, and Vive has a little bit of an advantage with this. It's not really like a crazy advantage because the controllers actually cost more. If you want to buy one controller, it does cost more because Vive controllers are ambidextrous. You can have it on your left or your right hand, does not matter. But say like if like your right controller breaks on like Index or whatever, or like your Oculus, then you have to buy that specific controller. Is it cheaper? Yes, but I always see it all the fucking time. Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out,
Mhm.
all the
Mhm.
fucking
Mhm.
time for
Mhm.
Oculus and Index. And I think that also just like it kind of like sucks, but it's also like a little bit of advantage for Vive. Like I'm still gonna say like Vive in my personal opinion is Like, I wouldn't say it's the worst headset, like, "Yo, we got Windows mixed reality, for God's sakes." But
CV1.
but, like, on the other hand, though, it's like, you know, out of, like, the 3 main top tier headsets currently right now, Vive is definitely, lacking in a lot of different, departments. Um, it is definitely like, how I like to say it, it's like the middle end, for the VR headsets. It's like the middle brother, and, like, Index is like the older brother if you wanna go, like, balls deep. And if you're, like, casual, like, you wanna get into VR, then, like, the Quest is cool, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
like, especially with their price range, like, it's less than a fucking console, for God's sakes. So,
Yeah,
that speaks volumes, in itself.
and there's 2 versions you can get
Yeah,
in
exactly.
storage.
That is true, that is true. Um, but, like, um, overall, like, if you wanna get really invested into VR, Index is definitely best. Like I said before, 2nd place would definitely go to Quest, because it's like, if it's more on the casual side, in my opinion. But, like,
Mhm.
it's a good, like, baby shoe, baby first trying to walk type of shit.
Yeah.
And Vive, like, you guys already went through, like, what, 4 different variations of headsets, and some are endorsed, and they literally, just because, it's endorsed, you decide to slap an extra, what, 300, $400, and barely any fucking changes. Like, bruh. Like, come on now.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. What were you gonna say?
oh, what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, take it how you will. It's all based on opinion. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, I was gonna say Vive has made multiple headsets, like, they have the Vive Cosmos, Vive Pro,
That
and
endorse Vive Cosmos by some fucking company, and they increase the price for it, but it literally makes no changes. Well, it does, but very little changes.
yeah, uh, I plan on buying, the one that has face tracking.
Wait,
If I do,
I wonder. Wait, oh yeah, Index doesn't have face tracking.
no, it doesn't.
Because I was about to say, like, some people are trying to develop something that does face tracking, but you know how, like, you have, like, the covers, like, to cover your
Mhm,
face on VR? Pretty much they're gonna
mhm.
develop them for, like, Oculus, Vive, and Index, and then you just put it over instead, and it does face tracking.
Mm, I mean,
It's still in the works. I mean, I don't know how the fuck that's gonna work, but I mean, if they can get it done.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, next topic. Let's see here. Yeah, because we don't really have much VR ones, but that was our one and only VR one. Let's see here. So have you ever been in a fight?
Uh, I would say technically, unfortunately, no hands were thrown.
Mm,
I wish there were. Um, but I wouldn't really count this as a fight. Um, when I was in elementary school, we were outside in like recess, and I just came back from inside, and I saw these 2 people like pushing my friend
mm,
and like saying things to him. So I walk up to him and I push him, and this is a short one, and I forgot what he did. I think he like pushed me to the mud or something.
mm,
Yeah, I think he pushed me into the mud, and then we got uh I wouldn't really call it it's kind of detention. It's called ISS in school suspension,
mm. Yeah,
and
I know what you're talking about.
it was like near the last day of school.
Mm,
But yeah, I wouldn't really count that as fight. I've seen many fights in high school.
mm,
Some of them were pretty funny. Uh, but I have not been in one. I was almost in one with one of my friends.
mm.
uh, he wouldn't stop annoying me,
I mean, sometimes you need to put people like in their place,
and I was
especially
like
when
on
they're
the
really
verge of
annoying.
just punching. Yeah, I wanted to, but then he would cry a lot, and then I would get in more trouble, even though he was also an instigator, like a
Mm.
massive, massive instigator. Like he would say, "Oh, come on, do it, do it, do it. You won't do it." And oh, I don't know how I held it back, like every time, but he was a massive, massive instigator, not
Mm.
just to me, but to other people as well.
I mean, that's how most annoying people are, right?
Yeah, and he got what he deserved a few times,
Good.
and I witnessed all of them, and I laughed.
So I'll be honest. I did get into enough, I guess, like fights, mostly like in well, you guys call it like elementary school, so I'll just say elementary school. Um, but like that was mostly because like I was a bully when I was a kid. Um, mostly like yeah, pretty much like during entirely like elementary school, I was a bully, and of course there was like some people who like try to step up and like I would get into a fight with them and all that shit, and that's why I went to anger management, and that's when I became a humongous pussy. If I want to be
But you're
100% honest.
but you're Canadian.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
You're you're supposed to be nice. You can't be mean. You're Canadian. You can't. That's illegal. You can't do that.
But so yeah, I did get into like a handful of fights. Any ones that well, actually no, this was actually kind of an interesting story. Okay, so um, I'm not gonna say like the family or whatever, but long story short, this family had tons of siblings. I would not be shocked if the like if I remember here, I think how many siblings is it? Like 8 or 9, give or take. And I was just like, holy fuck. So I was friends with one of them because we were like in the same grade, and we're still friends to this day. But his younger brother, long story short, he was just a annoying little fucking ass, basically. And and if you tried to like step up or anything like that, he would pretty much just be like, "Oh well, like my family's like this big, yada yada yada. Like they'll kick your ass and like they'll kick your sister's ass and like all this other shit, right?"
I'll still rock him.
Well, let me get to that. So like he would also like act like super super tough.
Sorry.
Jesus fuck. Anyways, so um like we were outside for recess, and like we usually have like two people who watch us, and one of them is like he's like a smart ass, but he's like a really really nice guy. I still talk to him even to this day.
Mhm.
He's very very cool, and he I remember like he split us up once, and he's like, oh, don't let him like get to you and all that. I'm like, oh, I'm not. And I remember I like crossed my fingers behind my back,
Oh,
and and I remember
that's
like
something.
he tried to instigate again when we were playing kickball, and like he started like puffing out his chest, trying to like seem all big and shit. His big brother is just like behind, and he's just like, do what the fuck you want. And I was just like, I was like, hmm. So I decided to scream the outdoor like guard person at our school, and like it like he come like I see him like around the corner, right? And he's just like, "Oh, what are you are you
Mhm.
calling him over? Like, are you being like a little like pussy and shit?" I'm just like, "No, I want him to be an eyewitness." He's like, "What?" Fucking just cocked him right in the fucking face. And when he's like down on the ground, like I was kind of debating because I was just like, you know what? He's done this a lot, and like everyone else was just like looking around. They were like cheering, and I was just like, ah, fuck it. So I had to grab his like shirt and just start pounding him, like just over and over and over until the guard came out. He's just like, "Why'd you call me over?" I'm like, "Oh, I just want you to be an eyewitness, sir." And he's just like, "Oh, why?" And I'm just like, "I just want you to be an eyewitness, so like you wouldn't like construe like the information." Like he's okay. Well, I'm not gonna say that word. He's a a dumb kid. And the thing is, you guys believe him over me, so I want an eyewitness, you know? And he was just like, "Okay, well, I'm sending you to the office." I'm just like, "Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Like, that's all right." Um, and yeah, I mean, that's like one of the famous stories I have. But I also have, it's not really much of a fight, but it's kind of like a dumb story and sort of how I got my very first ever suspension. It was an in school suspension too. Actually, wait, was it in school? I don't know if it was in school or not. If I explain the story, it'll probably come to mind. But so pretty much in the grade 7, 8 class, usually they don't ever go outside. They mostly just stay in the gym and they play badminton during like lunch period and like recess and shit. Because back then we used to have like 3 recesses, then it went down to 2, then it went down to 1, and then of course you had lunch break. So Um, before I actually got into that grade, I was in grade 6. Yeah, I was in grade 6, and I was bringing out the kickball because, like, usually we just play kickball or like soccer or like everyone's it tag. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of that one, but it's actually a lot of fun. Um, but I was bringing. I was gonna go ahead and grab the kickball, and what this kid would do sometimes, and honestly, just piss us off whenever he could actually get the ball to just be a dick, he will kick the ball purposely on the school roof so then we couldn't play. And
I would beat
it,
him.
and like the funny part, it's the same kid. It's the same kid. So, um, like, I saw him actually have like the kickball and shit, and they weren't my friends, they were just my classmates. They were just like, "Yo, Krebs, like stop him and stuff." And I decided to grab the ball, and what he decided to do is like sort of like go into the field position, like he started like sliding
Oh,
down trying to
yeah.
getting onto
Yeah.
the floor. So okay, so I'm gonna have to like sort of give like a visual representation of this. So like I'm standing behind this kid like this, all right, and I'm like grabbing the ball, all right. And when I got it from him, I'm guessing because like I jerked up, his body went up and slammed down, and apparently he got like a concussion from that. And this is what
Oh.
this is what makes it worse. I get called into the office at the end of recess, and we had 3 different principals since I was in that school from kindergarten to grade 8. And
Mhm.
this was like the most like bitchy one. Like she definitely did not get fucked enough by her husband. My God. Like during her retirement, no fucking joke, all the older grades, when she announced it, they fucking cheered. That's how bad it is. Like it's pretty fucking bad. But there's also another story on that because it was not as bad as having a Jehovah's Witness principal. But that's a
Oh,
different story for a different day.
yeah.
Um, so I get called in and she's like, Krebs, why do you think I called you in here for? I'm like, honestly, I have no clue. She's like, wait, you're not lying. I'm like, no, I actually have no clue. And she's like, oh, well, do you remember? I'm just gonna say, dumb kid. Uh,
Re
what? Well, no, but she's like, what happened with you and dumb kid? And I said, I got the ball from him. And she's like, why? I'm like, well, every single time we play kickball, if he gets the ball, we will kick it onto the roof, and we can't go back inside to grab a new one because that was the rule. The only time you can ever go inside is if like there was actually like a emergency. Um,
Mhm.
so that was the rule. Anyways, so I decided to grab the ball, and she was just like, "Did you like hit him at all? Did you punch him or anything like that?" I'm like, no, why would I punch him? I just wanted to get the ball. And um, she's like, well, dumb kid said you punched him. Like you punched him in the head and the back of his head hit the floor. And I was just like, no, that's not the case. That's not what happened.
Mhm.
I'm like, you know what? As witnesses, you can ask, kid one, and kid two, and they because my back was towards them when I was picking him up and like sort of like slamming him to like let him loosen his grip because he was going to fetal position.
Mhm.
Um, they thought when I picked him up and slammed him that I was going up and punching him in the face or like the top of the head or like the back of the head or whatever. And I'm just like, no, that's not the case. Like, like these kids are like already fucking trouble. Like these are the prep kids, and they don't like me because I'm the outcast.
Mhm.
I'm the poor outcast, whatever. And she was just like, okay, well, you explain your side of the story. I said, I'm guessing how I made him get a concussion was I like because he was gonna fuck over the game. All right. And because he tried getting to the fetal position with the ball, I picked up the ball and his body came with it and I slammed him. I'm guessing because since he hit the back of his head, you know, that's what happened. And she was like, okay, well, you're still getting like suspended. And I'm just like, say what now? And she's like, well, you either have two options. Either you're suspended for like tomorrow. Like there was still like a little bit of like the day left. Like there was like, still a couple of
Mhm.
class. Or
Mhm.
if you do come, it's gonna be in school suspension. And I said okay. And she's like, so, uh, like, what do you want to do about it? I'm just like, I don't know. And she's like, well, do you want to? Because like my mom was alive at the time. She's like, do you want to call up your mom and tell her? I'm just like, no, I'll tell her once I get home. And because I'd rather it be face to face because she will know if I'm lying or not.
Mhm.
So I actually do remember this. I get home from school, and of course, there's story going around that I punched the dumb kid and like I'm a bad person because minority crap.
Yep.
Um, like it was all over like Facebook and shit. I was just like, whatever, fuck it.
Famous.
Um, so I tell my mom. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, mom, I'm suspended. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, "Are you mad?" Because I honestly thought she was gonna be really mad at me. Because I never ever been like I've been in detention, but I never gone like a suspension.
Mhm.
Um, and all she said was just like, "All right, what happened?" I'm just like, "Wait," I'm like, "Wait, you're not mad?" She's like, "What happened with your sister and like all that bull crap with all the bullies? I don't believe a word that they say. What happened?" I was just like, "All right, cool." So I'm like,
Mm.
"Okay, well," I said the full name. I'm just like, "Well, dumb kid." She's like, "Wait, dumb kid,
Boom.
as in dumb kid?" And I'm just like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I don't care. Yeah, you can stay home." And I was just like, "Say what?" And she's like, "Well, do you want to go to school and write like a 5,000 page essay and like like an apology?" I'm just like, "Fuck no." And she's like, "Well, why is that?" Because I'm like, "Because it wouldn't be sincere." She's like, "Exactly. So if you want to stay home, you could do like some chores or whatever." I'm just like, "Okay, cool. I'm down."
That's cool.
Because the thing was, she did not really like the family because my sister also got bullied by that family.
Mm.
So she was just like,
Mm.
fuck them, whatever. So pretty much, yeah, I kind of got off scot free with that. Yeah, this went completely off topic, but also it was a funny story to tell.
No,
But
no, you're fine.
yeah, high school I did not get into any fights because that's when I went through anger management and I turned to a massive fucking pussy.
Canadian.
Shut your bitch ass American ass up.
Um, since we have a little bit more time,
Mm.
do you wanna talk about what we talked about last time, about what to expect in VRChat as a new player?
Let me check. What is our time grid? We're at 49. Wow, really? We've been talking for 49 minutes? God damn.
Yeah.
God damn. But,
We have a little bit.
yeah, that's true, that's true. Because the thing was, I did, like, I do apologize, I kinda went off topic during the last episode. I went off topic, like, 3 fucking times in a row, but
Yeah. All right. Make up your mind. There you go. Make up. Where are you gonna put the camera?
I thought you were gonna like pitch some ideas.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say something because I had a few things I wanted to say last
Okay.
time, but
Hey.
the first thing to expect as a new player in VRChat, you're going to experience a lot of annoying people, a bunch of different types of people. You'll meet the friendly mutes, um, that are they don't really bother to just sit there and stare. Most of them.
Mm,
Then you have the mirror dwellers, which are plagued in VRChat,
mm. I
plagued
mean,
VRChatism.
I mean, some of them are good, some of them are bad. I will give credit there.
Yeah, yeah. And you'll meet the toxic people. And what to expect if you are this type of person. So say you're gay. What to expect in VRChat? You are going to get a lot of, is discrimination the right word?
Yep.
You're going to get a lot of discrimination. Like especially if you're like gay, trans, in any of that, you're going to get discriminated by a lot of people. Um, the best thing you can do is just block them and mute them. That's the
Well,
best thing to do.
honestly, like I know this might sound horrible, but honestly, I kind of agree with this because let's face it, a lot of people in our generation and like our younger generation are like baby back bitches. Like I'm sorry to say, but it's so fucking
Yeah,
true. But
yeah.
how I like to sum it up is like what kind of like toughens you up mentally to not give a fuck about other people's opinions is online gaming.
Yes.
Yes.
That is a big one. Yes.
Yes.
Don't try not to take their non-original insults to heart
Yeah, exactly.
because
Like I,
they're
I
gonna repeat themselves a lot.
I would say for the people who like are proudly gay or like trans or like a furry or like any other, like small
Mhm.
community or like minority group, like
Mhm.
are the people who either A, they already had a backbone or B, they developed a backbone to not give a fuck. Because that's the best part with online
Yes.
gaming is that like it toughens you up mentally. Like real talk. It
Mhm.
really does. And that's why I personally think like sometimes I really want to grab people like even my age who are like baby back bitches and just throw them into like a Call of Duty lobby and just see what the fuck happens for like an hour.
Oh, oh god.
Like that's what I just want to fucking do
We
sometimes.
Mhm. Yeah. Um, but yeah. Don't take their insults to heart. All of them are gonna say the exact same thing. So, um, and like I don't care what people say about me. I developed that mindset a long time ago, and I'm very, very happy I did.
Mm.
um, I don't care what people say about me. They're just empty, pretty much. Like they
And,
don't know what.
and they just want a reaction out of you. That's the best way to explain it.
Yeah, that is all they want is a reaction. That is all they want. They want your attention and your reaction for what they're insulting you on.
Mm.
And if you just like don't look at them or don't pay any mind to them, they're gonna go away.
Yeah, basically.
They
Like
they they always
there's
go away in like
uh,
a minute or two.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just like a lot of people don't realize that. It's just like there's no point like trying to argue with them. Like kind of like what Cell said. Like yeah, you can have like a dumber versus dumber conversation, but the thing is, the real dumb one is going to win. So really, it's just a waste of breath. And honestly, it's
Hmm.
probably best not to waste your breath.
Yeah.
um, but like I said before in the last episode, like there's a lot of cultures in this game, which is so true. There is tons.
Yes, many.
And you kind of just have to, in a way, respect it. Like I said, like mirror dwelling, mutes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything else. It's just one thing that kind of like sort of aggravates me because, well, for example, like I'm in the VR sign language community, and people say a lot that, oh,
Outlining.
if you're mute, you know, you're trying to like hide from something or someone.
Stop signing.
What? I'm sim calming.
Stop it.
Why?
But yeah, you're also gonna find a lot of people that are very like respectful in it. If you are one of the things we said, like gay, trans, furry, anything, you're gonna find a lot of people that respect it. Pretty
Oh
much,
yeah, 100%.
a lot of people that accept it too, which is it's very common to find that also.
Yeah, it
It's
honestly
very common
is.
to find people that accept you, and also nearly as common to people to find that aren't accepting of it.
Well, it's just the thing is like when new players just like hate like the community just in general, it's just
Hmm.
because they always go to like the popular public worlds, and usually
Yes.
you got a mix on that, right? Like if
Hmm.
you go to like a nightclub, for example, or like a drinking world or whatever, it's gonna be dedicated towards clubbing, having a good time, getting fucking alcohol poison, you puking your brains out, maybe God fucking knows,
Yep.
but on the other hand, though, like, if you're going into like an actual, a dedicated world for something, you're gonna find people with those exact same interests. And, in my personal opinion, if you sort of share the same interests, people are more like opening up like their eyes for like other like minority like groups. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like if I go into what's a fun community, not popular world, the chess world. There's a chess one made by No Life. I think it was No Life. Correct me if I'm wrong, but um, like I could go in there and be like, oh yeah, anyone here who is gay, should like off themselves or something. Like people will just look at me and no one's gonna like agree. It's just gonna be like, all right, okay, cool.
Cool.
Like I'm gay, but yeah, cool. All right, carry on. Right? And
Yep.
and most of the time you're just gonna get blocked. Like even in like the sign language world, if there's any type of troll, you you just
Yeah.
get fucking kicked immediately. Like
Yeah.
no joke, you get kicked quick. Like there's a speed limit
Yeah.
for it. So yeah, like I say, like you can go to a popular world, but to actually find like-minded people, it's finding like a needle in a haystack. Because
Hmm.
with like black hats or anything like that, it's definitely a lot harder to find like-minded people. Like there is like-minded people, but there's also gonna be more trolls because of course they look at the numbers and they say, "Yo, let's go ahead and like go here." Like I remember like the Great Pug used to be the big
Oh,
troll area, and the presentation room used to be the big troll area.
I
And
remember both. I love. I miss both those worlds.
but now like the Great Pug, like yeah, you do get like your desktop trolls from time to time, but like I don't know if it's just like just the nature, but like PC Avatar players in the Great Pug are like the most chillest motherfuckers that I could just
Hmm.
like go up and just be like, "Hey, how are you?" And like we can crack a conversation. You know,
Yeah.
um, it's just popular worlds. That's where the trolls are going to be going. But like I said, if you can find a community or there's a community that you're interested in, join those type of worlds. And then you can find friends off that, and then you could be friends of friends, and it's like a never ending friendship thing. I mean, that's what kind of just happened.
Great message group.
Yeah, it's just a massive family tree of friends, basically.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I unmuted.
Mm. I mean, I didn't hear you because I had the volume completely off.
Oh. Yeah. But yes. Just expect a lot of bad things in good things pretty much in VRChat as a new player.
Mm,
Especially if you're on Quest, you're gonna get a lot of things thrown at you. Use safety settings. If you're new on Quest, use safety settings. Put them on max.
yes.
You're gonna thank me. That is very, very important because
That's literally the
people.
first thing that I always say to like during the Christmas thing. Remember, I got 52 people in a Discord call to show them how to do safety settings.
Yeah, you safety settings are very, very important, in VRChat. Because if
Mm,
you're on Quest and you're like visitor, new user, you're gonna you're gonna get crashed and targeted a lot.
mm.
Use safety settings. Maximize it.
A fucking man. I remember I didn't actually start using safety settings until I was like literally no joke a user.
Oh, you're cancerous.
It's so true though. Well, it's because like I never screwed around with it because like I never ran into any crashers until I finally ran into one and I kept on getting crashed every 2 seconds and then in the
Mhm.
presentation room and then someone told me like, oh no, like safety sense. I'm like, oh, maybe it's just because like my computer's like bad or whatever. And then I kept on getting crash repeated in Murder 2, and I was just like, so how do you go into safety settings?
Yeah. Safety settings important. Uh, don't take insults to heart,
Hmm.
and
It's the internet.
ex- yeah, expect a lot of ups and downs.
Mm. Like yeah, like a lot of people like to paint this game as like bad, and like it may sound like we do as well, but it's just because when you see so much bad in something, you don't get to see the good. But there is like
Mhm.
good stuff to VR chat. Like
Yeah.
like Stella can like contest to this. So what I used to do is I used to go into a black cat, okay, and I used to just wish people like a wonderful day and hopefully you enjoy yourself in VR chat. It's pretty fucking sad that people get confused by that because you never hear that in this game,
Yeah.
and it's so true. But the thing is,
Yeah.
when someone gets to hear it, like you know, it's like they go through like the confusion part for like a couple of seconds. They'll like look around, and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And then they will either like say like "Thank you," very confused, or they'll be like very grateful that you said "Thank you," or like
Yeah.
they'll be very grateful and then say "Thank you."
There's no
And
niceness in VR chat.
yeah, and
If
so
there is,
like
it's rare.
yeah, and that's why I started doing that, because especially because with VR chat, a lot of people are using it as a escape from their own reality. Like maybe like I don't know, maybe they get bullied at school or that kind of shit. So whenever they hop in the VR chat, it's like, oh yeah, fucking off yourself. Then it's like, okay, well then there's no fucking difference, right?
Mhm.
And just with that alone, it's just like you know, having someone just say it out of nowhere, like, a lot of people like, even say like, "Yo, I've had a bad day. Thank you so much." Yada yada yada, and like they'll give me like a hug or whatever. That is what makes me feel good. You know what I mean? Because well,
Mhm.
you never ever hear it. Like, there's not been one person. And I've been playing this game for 4 years. There's not been one person who does what I do. You know, and it's just like it's sad that, people probably wouldn't like go out of their way to, try and like cheer someone up or whatever. Like hell, like I remember during like Christmas, like I would wish people like, oh, like happy holidays. Hopefully you guys are enjoying stuff like on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day when the Crest Apocalypse happened. Um, and there was like a really touching story, and it kind of made me feel bad. But so I did it in a. Oh wait, I'm getting off topic.
Mm.
I said I'm getting off topic.
No, it doesn't matter. It's a podcast.
Okay,
Snowman.
okay, fair enough, fair
We're
enough.
supposed to talk.
So so during the Quest Apocalypse, the first one. If you guys don't know about the Quest Apocalypse, watch the last episode. But I decided to wish people like a happy holidays, and I did that like in a Christmas avatar. and I did it to a few like mirror dwellers. Well, some of them were mirror dwellers, some of them were having a conversation like in front of the mirror, but not looking at the mirror kind of thing. And I was just like, "Oh yeah, I hope you guys are having like like a happy holidays, yeah, 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 and hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself in VR chat." And one girl comes up to me, and she's a visitor, and she's like, "Wow, you're the nicest person I've actually met on this game." And I'm just like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I've only had this for about 5 or 6 hours, and everyone just tells me like, oh, go fuck yourself, this and that, like,
Mhm.
blah blah blah." And I'm just like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear." And she's like, "But it doesn't mean the world to me because my mom got COVID and she's stuck in the hospital." And
Oh.
I was just like, "Okay, are you religious at all?" And she says, "Yes, I'm a Christian." Now, keep in mind before I continue this, I'm atheist. I'm fully atheist, but I do respect other people's religion. And I was just like, "Okay, you're requesty. Stick out your arms." She's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Just stick them out." I put my hands on top of hers, and I decided to say a pray for her and for her mother to feel better. And she's like so like grateful about it, like, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you," this and that. And she's like, "Wait, are you a Christian as well?" I'm like, "No, I'm atheist." And she's like, "Oh, well, why'd you do this?" I'm like, "To make you have a like, have peace." Because this is supposed to be like a virtual escape from everything that's going on. And, having that tax on your head and plus having people, telling you to like fuck off and shit, that ain't gonna
Mhm.
help you. So, and I also told her like, this isn't sympathy. This is just to show you, like, yeah, you're getting the bad side of VR chat. It doesn't help that you're in a black cat, but there are good
Mhm.
people out there. You know, it's just you need to like look more. And
Yeah.
like, I still have her added to this day.
Oh.
Um, and like she's very very sweet, very very sweet girl. Um, and she still talks about that day, even like now. She's like, "Yeah, I'm so like shocked, like you're atheist, but you decided to pray for me." I'm just like, "Yeah, of course." But I did ask her, I'm like, "Is that like sort of against the Bible to accept someone's blessing if they're atheist?" And she's like, "I don't think it is."
Oh, wow.
So I'm just like, okay, because like that did cross my mind after I left. I'm like, wait, is that against the Bible? Like in any kind of regard in Christianity, like you don't accept a blessing or you don't do anything like that to someone who's atheist. I don't know, but I mean, like, whatever. Um,
Yeah. Oh, there's also one more thing I wanna talk
yeah,
about the thing to expect.
mm,
If you're a girl that plays VRChat,
good
I
luck.
pray for you.
Good luck.
I pray for you, dude. You're going to you're gonna hear mainly the bad side of VRChat if you are a girl that plays VRChat.
Well, it's just like
Just
in
to
in my
go ahead.
opinion, if you have more of like a masculine side. Like, if you're more like, you not like tomboy, but you have some like masculine traits, then people won't bug you as much. But if you're like, the cutesy ootsy ooh woo type voice, or like
Pick me,
you're just
girl.
or a pick me girl, or if you're just like more feminine, I guess, you're gonna get fucked basically. Like that.
Expect things thrown at you.
Then again, that's just the internet in general, right? Like, if
Yeah.
as soon as like a hermit hears a fucking girl, it's just like girl, you know,
Just
basically,
yeah. Just to to sum it down, good luck.
yeah, yeah. There's
Yeah.
also no other way of like saying, but just like good luck.
Yeah.
But of
Yeah,
course, like if you got like a backbone and shit, because like if you've been on the internet long enough, or you're an actual gamer, you everything that you hear from other games is gonna happen in VR chat. So like you're gonna be fine. Like that's
yeah.
that's honestly just so true. But
Yeah.
but I feel like most people don't like. attack the girls is either A, you're an e-boy who's trying to get with said girl, or B, you're just like more like like you're not like the cutesy ootsy oo woo type girl or pygmy girl or girly girl, you know. But that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
At least from what I've seen, like in public worlds.
Yeah. Oh, neck pop.
Those are always
All
the
right.
best.
You wanna wrap up, or do you wanna go after? You wanna go for one more?
I mean, I think we could probably wrap up on there.
That's good. Let's finish up on yeah.
And this is why I always do the intro and the outros. But
Yeah.
anyways, guys. So we hope that you guys enjoyed episode 3 here. And like I said before, every Monday this is uploaded on Spotify and Anchor. It's under the Stellan Krevzz VR podcast. Every Wednesday, it is uploaded on YouTube. So if you guys want to get like a little quick sneak peek, go to Spotify. If you don't really care to go on Spotify to listen to podcasts, you can listen to YouTube. And also, for some strange reason on Reddit, I don't know why, I try to upload the episode 2 times on a post and it keeps on saying it's a spam filter. It's starting to piss me the fuck off. But I mean, like, whatever. But anyways, if you guys actually enjoyed this, go ahead and tell your friends about it. Maybe tell your family about it. Tell it to your dog named Greg, who is like a ginormous pit bull that can literally eat a fucking entire burrito in less than a second. I gotta show you that
Or
video.
a pug.
Yeah, or a pug.
Well, download on Spotify and like, comment, subscribe on TubeVR.
You really suck at this.
Snowman. Anyway, let's stop. Let's
Okay.
stop.
See you guys later.
See ya.